Welcome back. This is episode 8 of the On-Site podcast. Just to immediately anchor you in where we are right now, we are 6 episodes in, and our protagonist arrived in Pensacola alone about a month and a half ago.
Right, yeah.
And he moved into his colleague, Mickey and Sarah's home just a month ago.
Exactly.
So last week, we explored his whole adventure with American fast food and gas stations.
Yeah, venturing out for the first time.
Right. But today, we are staying entirely indoors. We're looking at this really jarring transition into American domestic life.
It's fascinating because his internal culture shock here is so intense.
Oh, absolutely. We want to look at this strictly from his point of view. He's suddenly facing the reality of the American home, and it is not what he expected.
No, not at all.
Because back in India, his middle-class household operated on this really robust ecosystem of domestic help.
Right, communal dependency.
Yeah. There was a dedicated maid who came in to handle the heavy lifting, washing dishes, dusting, mopping.
Daily stuff, yeah.
Exactly. But in the U.S., he realizes that the utilitarian kind of self-service model that he saw outside.
Like pumping his own gas.
Right, like the gas pumps or making office coffee,
Yeah.
that extends straight into the living room.
It really does.
It's an ecosystem of just rugged individualism.
Yeah, and the author's realization here is so funny because he had been warned,
He knew about it.
Right. Expats and family told him, hey, there is no domestic help in the States. But that theoretical warning just completely evaporated the second he crossed the Atlantic.
Oh, yeah. Intellectual awareness is totally useless when you're suddenly standing in it. It's honestly like, imagine moving from a full-service restaurant where everything is brought right to you.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you have to navigate a complex commercial kitchen, and you're just expected to cook the meal yourself.
That is exactly it. And to cook that meal, you have to use what he calls this appliance army.
The appliance army, yes.
Because that's what replaces the domestic help. And his unfamiliarity with these machines is just profound. Vacuums existed in India, sure, but he had never laid eyes on one.
Let alone used one.
Right. And standalone clothes dryers. Totally alien.
Because they just used the sun and clotheslines back home.
Exactly. And dishwashers were basically a rumor. He'd never seen one run in his entire life.
Which, this sheer unfamiliarity with the appliance army directly leads to what is arguably his first major domestic panic.
Oh, man, this moment it's just incredible.
It really is. So put yourself in his shoes, right? He's standing at the kitchen sink, and he sees this standard wall switch right there.
Yeah.
So naturally, he assumes it's for a light.
Like an overhead light, sure.
Yeah. So he just mindlessly flips it.
And all hell breaks loose.
Yes. The garbage disposal unit, he unleashes this ferocious, roaring, mechanical snarl from inside the drain.
It's a monster in the sink.
It is. The whole basin starts vibrating, and he just freezes. He genuinely has a near heart attack.
He's absolutely terrified.
Oh, completely. He is totally convinced that in his very first week, he has destroyed an expensive, high-tech American appliance.
I love reading his internal monologue here because he's so panicked. And then he has to go confess this to Mickey.
Right. He goes to him like he's committed a crime.
Yeah. But Mickey is just incredibly patient and thoroughly amused by the whole thing.
You'd have to be, right? But that terror forces him to swallow his pride. He realizes he can't just guess how these things work, so he asks Mickey for a step-by-step tutorial.
Which is when he discovers the hidden discipline of American chores.
Oh, the exact science of it.
Yes, because it's not just pushing buttons. He watches Sarah doing the laundry, and she is strictly separating the whites from the colored fabrics to stop the dye from bleeding.
It's a whole process.
It is. And the dishwasher, he describes loading the dishwasher as this precise geometric puzzle.
Because it is.
Right. Plates facing a certain way, cups angled on the top, cutlery distributed just perfectly so the water jets can actually reach them.
Yeah, it's a very rigid system.
It has to be,
Yeah.
The machines demand it.
Right. So once he kind of masters these machines, he starts taking over some things. He does the dog feeding, the vacuuming.
Getting into the rhythm.
Yeah, but then he hits a massive wall with the manual chores, specifically the dishes.
Ah, right. This is a huge cultural moment for him.
It really is. Because he genuinely wanted to help wash the dishes, but he comes from a strict vegetarian background.
And Mickey and Sarah are meat eaters.
Exactly. So for him, there was this visceral, almost instinctual hesitation to handle meat-soiled cookware.
Yeah, the soft friction of shared housing.
Soft friction, that's a good way to put it.
Because, think about how easily that could turn into a silent resentment, right? If he just avoided the sink, they might think he's lazy.
Right, but he doesn't do that.
No, he initiates a completely transparent conversation. He just tells them straight up about his background.
And Mickey and Sarah were completely understanding. I mean, it was such a warm interaction. They just split the chores so everyone washed their own dishes.
It's amazing how easily a cultural barrier can just be smoothed over by a simple dialogue.
Yeah, just talking it out. But I do want to push back slightly on the idea that these chores are just about, like, household tidiness.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, think about the private bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Preparing for cooking and laundry is one thing, but standing there with a toilet brush in your hand,
That changes things.
completely. It strips away any illusion of Jess status. He realizes that self-reliance includes the gritty underbelly of sanitation.
It's a deeply humbling milestone.
It really is. It was this moment of pure adult accountability that proved, he wasn't just visiting, he was surviving.
He was part of the ecosystem now.
Exactly. But adapting to that physical labor was really only half the battle.
Oh, the American clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
The temporal shift is just wild to read about.
It's a totally different rhythm.
Completely.
Yeah.
Because back in India, 8 p.m. is prime time.
Oh, yeah, the night is young.
Right. Lively family discussions, the TV's blaring, late dinner, and then bed at maybe 10 or 11.
Right.
But in Pensacola, dinner is remarkably early, like 6 p.m.
Which is quite an adjustment.
It is. And by 8 p.m., the house winds down into this absolute stillness.
And you really feel his awkwardness in the text here. He initially tried cooking his own meals at 8 p.m., sticking to his old schedule.
Oh, the clanging pots.
Yes. He felt so incredibly intrusive because the house was just dead silent. Every noise echoed.
So what does he do? He consciously alters his own biology to match their early schedule.
Purely out of respect for their privacy.
Which is very considerate, but it pushes his evening to basically end by 7 p.m.
Which introduces the whole issue of the 7 p.m. frontier.
The great American solitude.
Yeah, I mean, he talks about his shock at looking outside during those fading twilight hours. The streets were entirely bare.
Just empty.
Yes. And you have to contrast that with what he's used to. Indian lanes at sundown are full of vendors, kids playing, neighbors chatting.
It's a vibrant community space.
Exactly. But here, he looks at these pristine, manicured, completely dark homes, and they just felt like stage props to him.
It's literally like being the only actor left on a stage long after the audience has gone home.
That's exactly how it felt.
The set is still there. It looks perfect, but it is completely silent.
And that silence is heavy. Facing this massive empty stretch of hours in his bedroom after 7 p.m., he had to build lifelines.
He had to combat that creeping isolation.
Right.
And his first lifeline was this very pragmatic piece of hardware, a durable, indestructible Nokia phone.
Oh, the classic sandwich phone.
Yes. Mickey actually put him on his Alcatel family plan. But, making an international call back then wasn't just tapping a contact.
It was an exhaustive ritual.
The Reliance India call ritual. Walk us through that, because it's wild to think about now.
Right. So first, you dial a 1-800 number just to access the service.
Right.
Then you have to carefully enter this massive identity PIN code. Then the country code, then the city code, and then finally the actual phone number.
Just to hear it ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the economics of it carried so much emotional weight. It was roughly 13 cents a minute.
Which adds up so fast.
It really does. So while he's talking, he's constantly watching the clock.
Yeah.
And he's listening to that hollow echo on the line, which just acted like a ticking meter, emphasizing the literal distance between Pensacola and his home.
That is so tough. But he didn't just rely on the phone, thankfully. He found a second lifeline.
The camera.
Yeah, his first major independent purchase in the U.S., a Canon PowerShot A710.
With image stabilization.
Oh, yeah, he specifies that. But I love how he used it. He didn't just snap random photos.
No, it became a real creative outlet for him.
Instead of just sitting there succumbing to boredom, he's at his desk decoding the mechanics of photography.
Right, the light, the shadow.
Yeah, he's studying aperture, depth of field, shutter speed, and he's just practicing on objects like his nightstand.
And there's something really profound about that.
Yeah.
Mastering those manual inputs gave him a sense of control over his foreign environment.
Oh, absolutely.
It was bridging his old world with this newly developing artistic eye. And it planted the seed for a lifelong passion.
It really is amazing. I mean, to quickly recap the journey we just took in this episode, he goes from the utter terror of a roaring sink drain.
Yeah, the he broke the house.
Right, to the quiet, empowering clicks of a Canon camera in a totally silent suburban bedroom.
It's a huge emotional arc for just 1 month.
It really is. And it leaves you with this thought to kind of ponder on how the most mundane environments, like a silent house or an empty suburban street, can completely strip away our familiar routines.
They really do.
And in doing that, they force us to develop entirely new ways of seeing the world.
Beautifully said.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.